Reality hums with an unseen presence, a background radiation of existence flowing through every particle, every breath, every perception. In holokinetics, we see that every particle, in its essence, is a black hole, a gateway to the infinite. Matter is not a fixed substance, but a perceptual event, a momentary condensation of energy within the vast, interconnected flux field of life. What we call form is merely a temporary resting point in an ever-moving stream where energy gathers, swirls, and dissolves again into the formless. This movement, it is not random. It is guided by an intrinsic intelligence, a self-referential play of forces that organizes itself without external command. Some might call this intelligence God, though here it is not being separate from creation, but rather the unfolding presence within it. It is as if life itself is a two-way mirror of inertia. What seems solid and fixed is in truth a reflection of movement, of dynamism, of ceaseless transformation. To perceive this directly is to witness reality breathing. If space and time bend, as relativity suggests, then how does thermodynamics, our understanding of heat, energy, and entropy, function in a vacuum where no fixed reference points remain? The answer is hidden in the pulsation of the toroidal field. This dynamic structure, seen in galaxies, planets, and even in the electromagnetic field of our bodies, governs the cycle of absorption and emission of energy. It is the breath of existence itself, a constant inhalation and exhalation of information, forming the rhythmic pulse of life. Every cell in our body, every organ, every system follows this same inherent rhythm. Each structure vibrates with a natural pulsation, forming a vast web of fractal harmonies. Life, it is not static. It is an interplay of flux and form, of movement and rest. As we map the patterns of these systems, we begin to see how awareness itself is embedded in the very fabric of being. Different densities of energy, forming within the field, create layers of perception, each revealing more of the whole. From a limited viewpoint, reality may appear fragmented. Particles scattered, waves colliding, systems seemingly chaotic. And yet, as awareness expands, a deeper coherence emerges. The separation was only ever a matter of perspective. In truth, nothing was ever broken, nothing ever needed fixing. The process of evolution, whether of a single cell or an entire species, is not a movement toward completion, but an ever-deepening realization of wholeness. What happens then when structures collapse? When the atom, which seemed so stable, dissolves into the zero-dimensional emptiness from which it arose. This suggests that it is not destruction, but renewal. The removal of old information from the field allows for entirely new expressions of existence. The dance of creation and dissolution is ongoing, a constant unfolding of fresh possibilities. Light itself, moving probabilistically, responds to the shifting conditions of the field. The force fields that once held matter in place can, under the right conditions, give way to a more fluid, malleable existence. Crystalline structures, the very foundation of perceivable reality, are activated by this effervescent interplay, responding to the vibrational nature of life's expression. Within this dance, we find the signature of intelligence, not an intelligence imposed from above, but one emerging from within. Life moves in flux, its design encoded in the interplay of forces that shape it. Each particle, each field, each waveform spins uniquely, contributing to the overall harmony of existence. These interactions form the basis of force fields, determine the characteristics of what we call matter, though, in truth, matter itself is but a temporary agreement of perception. To sense this directly is to move beyond rigid structures of thought, beyond fixed assumptions about self and world. It is to enter a space of holistic knowing, where reality is no longer a collection of separate objects, but an invisible, living whole. In this space, the idea of control dissolves. There is nothing to hold on to, and yet, in this openness, there is an effortless intelligence at play. And so, life unfolds, not as a problem to be solved, not as a structure to be rigidly defined, but as a continuous emergence, a flow of knowing that reveals itself moment by moment. The background radiation of reality is not separate from us. We are it. The movement, the stillness, the inhalation, the exhalation, the whole in motion, yet paradoxically, nothing moving at all.